I want to be able to carry the mercies of God better, to allow God to demonstrate a renewed heart and life that He has given me, a juxtaposition in light of the shortcomings and failures, things you and I are already aware of in our own lives. But the mercies of God are a magnet in my life. I'm so drawn to this, to the point of being deeply affected in my heart. I appreciate the opportunity to share this weekly encouragement message with you. The image you will see in this video message continues to strike my heart and mind. It's an image of how a piece of metal becomes a magnet. And it's an image of how I want to be a magnet. I want to be continually renewed so that God is able to flow through my veins into the world around me. The way a piece of metal becomes a magnet? By striking it over and over with a magnet. It becomes like the properties that it is coming in contact with. It doesn't happen over one time. It takes continual coming in contact with the magnet to become like it. In the same way, the Christian life becomes like Christ. We are renewed as we faithfully walk out the mercy of God in our lives, understanding how God is good even when we are not, and that He demonstrated His goodness when we didn't deserve it. I'm not saying life is without trials. In fact, the opposite may be true. It is when I learn to be renewed by constantly coming to Him in every situation that I become more of a magnet for others to be drawn to Him. I can't receive renewal if I only turn once and then keep going back to the same old ways. I may have been informed in that moment, but if I continually turn to Him in my trials and trouble, I begin to be transformed into what I need to be for the situation. If I allow the world to inform me, depending on whether I allow this to become my habit, I can also be conformed to what the world wants me to think. I can decide that I want to follow the patterns around me. If I want to be healthier emotionally and spiritually, I have to decide to practice what is healthier than the world around me. This could be uncomfortable, as I disagree with some who aren't following a healthy emotional and spiritual journey. Christianity is renewal to be like Christ, and this happens as we turn to God in every trial and every situation. I want to carry the mercies of God well, understanding where I've come from and that we've all come from the same place. He had mercy on each of us who turn to Him, because He is who renews us, because He was the living sacrifice. I heard this statement in the weekly encouragement message I'm sharing, that you are in the will of God. We try to make the will of God about choices we make. However, the will of God is that we become salt and light in the places we are in. We become the savoriness in the places we've decided to be. There's a definite seeking of God's will in decisions we make, but the calling is to be salt and light and bring the goodness and love of God into these decisions and places. I believe I'm learning that God isn't going to tell me what to do in every details I face, but rather He's already instructed me to be the savoriness, the flavor, specifically salt and light. If we are becoming these things in every place in life, we are becoming magnets to draw people around us, and the magnetizing ripples effects into our world. I'm praying for you to find freedom in renewing through the mercies of God, and I love you.